Okay, evening folks. Oh, it's been a long time since since any kind of video dropped really. This is basically going to be a probably more of a longer video, just as I show off some of the locations, mechanics, see how the coding's going so far, as I've been starting to place a lot of enemies and NPCs and the items and the game. So I want to see how a lot of them perform as I go along, and see how the controls are doing as I work with a controller here as well. See if I've gotten all the buttons right. Yeah. As I go along, a lot of things is going to need to be finalized. Nothing here is final. It'll all be changed. Animations and audio will all be changed.
The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment.
Obviously, I changed the pickups a wee bit from the old cards into more just like a wee life
Reputed
beam.
to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the Heart of Darkness restores vampiric unlight.
In the original game, it was
Life
just like
is precious.
cards were all over the map on the floor, so I wanted to change it up to just kind of condense the items. So we got a lot of the things in the inventory here, separated into their different sections of spells and your forms when you get them, everything, tools and weapons, all that. You'll have your equipment screens, you'll have your Soul Reaver. Obviously you'll get that later on, but I've just got it listed here at the minute for testing purposes. Sorry about the little blocked nose. I've been getting breathing issues for a while now. So if I start to sound a bit stuffy, you'll know why. And obviously a lot of the item icons are a bit random and changed up a bit, because all the artists have basically all the artists have basically moved on, so I'm having to just work with what I've got at the minute now. I'm gonna try to do the bit of a system with the HUD, with this circular orb for the blood. The magic you'll see there on the very far right, it will increase over time as the maximum amount increases as well.
This ancient vial bears with it a dark gift indeed, for with it my life force is increased.
So a lot of effects and motions and things are all going to be changed, need to be upgraded.
These ancient symbols of power contain raw magical energy that increases my own capacity to summon energy for the spawning of spells.
Use a save system down there. I haven't got that fully implemented yet. Got a lot of it set up, but just haven't listed in the Word yet. interact button I didn't make up for the controller either. So a lot of times, if you see me suddenly stopping like this, it'll be trying to work out which buttons are which. Something rather included for controllers, some for keyboard. I was doing a lot of my testing. The sky witch. Oh, I should have came on one quicker. Fix that later. Obviously the sky should be bright by the time you're coming out of the crypt now, but you're actually standing in the graveyard. Some of the dodging mechanics, but still trying to get the timing right on that. Some of these crypts will be I've made these a little bit more optional than mandatory like they were in the original. Through the stealth kill there. Items for increasing our health and magic, of course. Puzzles I got set the opposite way just so I can get through a lot of places. Just had a lot of the mechanics still need to be worked. The flight didn't appear there. We're gonna see why that didn't work. Obviously later on then the audio for those guys will be added on. Put you down once, put you down again. Sprint for a little bit more speed. I need to have an NPC set here, but for some reason they aren't appearing. Let's look at that. There they are, starting to appear now. Look into that. And whether that's my system lagging because I've got this going, and another screen in the background, and then the OBS screen, the OBS for streaming as well. It's getting a lot of performance issues here. Plus it's I've got the screen just down to 1440p. Maybe better on 1080. I have to test it as well. That's still a bit jarring. You have to do a little bit more optimizing on that section. For a second, maybe see a little raise itself a little more. Oh, I forgot that guy was behind me.
The necromancer had offered me no warning as to what my resurrection would entail, and yet I must confess in my haste I had not sought one. Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer.
Feeding on this guy. He's still following me. We're caught in the trees. So, well, this is a bit of trial and error. I think that feat would even increase the health again either. Let's look into that as well. Well, these things I had set up on a test map. I had probably haven't a lot of this stuff fully optimized onto the main map yet. Here we start to see a couple of different enemies. You've got a brigand over there and one of the bandits as well. Ooh, we're screen skipping. A lot of this hasn't been baked in. Probably should have done a wee quick run through before I started recording, just for a lot of these meshes that haven't been loaded in a while to fully optimize and load in properly. You can see by every numbers at the top left, everything's still preparing and loading a bit in the background. Move a little more range, guys. You can see he does ranged attacks if he's a certain distance away. Oop, break unloaded. Back. That's the same there as well. It's unloading across here as well. Well, I probably got one of my little streaming volumes sitting in the wrong place. At least anyway, as I do this anyway, I can go through a lot of this stuff and double check the video afterwards and I can fix a lot of these things. My attempts were to try and keep a bit of the maps layout of the world. It was tough to do between because how badly it changes between the Soul River series and the Blood Omen timelines. So I'm trying to keep it as accurate as I can without really going nuts. Like, through that section is a section you won't be able to pass through, but basically back there is through where the old Seraphan stronghold would have been that you reach in Soul River 2. So of course is the section we all know about. Our main areas, of course, will be still a lot to do in this section. I've got to set up the whole process of how the pillars will change, as you collect the tokens, all the stuff with the Ariel's conversations would have to be implemented. There's stuff with the boss fight with Mortanius. A lot of stuff to be done in this section. Let's put Ariel here. I haven't really put in any kind of her coding yet. Look at her voice. The voice audios for her files installed. A bit of animations for her. Hopefully get something a little bit better for her. That gateway was another kind of section I just kind of had fun that you won't be able to get to, but it's basically that was kind of the section in Defiance that led off to the whole big lake period where Kate was able to see the Vampire Citadel and such and all, which obviously none of that was reachable by this version. Like I said, I try to keep a lot of the regions to make them look a bit adequate. Performance warnings as well. See, I don't even know if like 1440p might be a bit too high for the streaming of all this stuff in probably should be lower, about 1080. Because a lot of stuff I know isn't fully baked or fully optimized yet, and all as you're editing a lot of this stuff until you really, you know, kind of condense the files and may have it set up as a proper actual game system. Right now it's all just the raw performance and footage from the actual engine you're working with. There's of course the bat beacon where we will get the bat form as I make that one up. It's more of a fast travel system, so I haven't really set that up yet until I have a few more locations set up properly. So the bat form is what I don't really need to rush about. Obviously, you'll probably later on to have a few more, give these enemies a bit more of movement, not just have them standing static. Let's see here, I think this was a light spell dungeon. We'll take away notes in a wee peek in here. I'm not too sure if I've got everything optimized in this one. Something's happened. I haven't optimized something properly yet for that. Or memory warning. Save section. Another enemy type. He's got that greed all over his face. I must have left something in his character model by mistake. Obviously, he's not supposed to be down on the floor like that, so he'll need to be fixed. He's supposed to be one of the, I think that's one of the exploding ones, though, basically like the old, in the original game, we had the wee green skeletons that, when Kane touched them, they kind of like just blew up, done some damage, so obviously that's why I don't want to walk get too close into that one.
While it is true that natural light weakens a vampire, magical light can have many uses indeed.
See, I can't remember now, gonna have this one optimized. Just checking the buttons here again. I don't think I've got these ones set up on the controller. Remember what they had set up for magic. Not sitting in the wrong place. It should be up overhead, not down at his feet. Yeah, let's look a wee bit more into this. Magic is very bit slow. This is a big room, so who knows, maybe I'll have a little sub-boss in here later on, or some other little special mechanics. I'm still deciding on a lot of those things. I'll track myself now here. We supposed to this. This door was supposed to open. It didn't as well, so I'll have to look into that. See if I can go back the way in. Back through the door. Obviously, I wanted it to. Where am I? Oh dear, killed. Forgot about the spikes. And of course, this should have been the. Obviously later on, once you die, I know you'll go back to like a main menu screen and stuff and all, and reload from your last save. But like I said, I haven't set up the menus or the loading. Let's do a little. See if I can zoom past a couple of these spots again and try again.
The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment. Reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the Heart of Darkness restores vampiric unlife. Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his
Yeah,
own
there's probably
body.
smaller too. I haven't set that up yet either. I can see still a lot of coding and things to be done, and fixes and optimizes. None of this is release ready yet, that's for sure. Oh, that brightness is something is jarring if you're not expecting it. You can see I'm making parts of the cemetery. I wanted it to be a bit more open up than it was in the original. In the original, a lot of the stuff was all closed off, and for that original game at the time, it made sense. But as you come into things now, you'd be thinking more of along the lines of how the hell did they get the bodies into the crypt if the cemetery's all closed up like that? A wee hut down there. In that wee area, I'll just leave alone for now. I don't want you to see everything that's planned. We really need to go through the crypts again. Just try and get back to where we were. There's a quick zoom. This is why I added the sprint, just so we can get through a lot of these places quicker. Yeah, I'm still the camera is also still a wee bit more free movement as I'm looking around and things, but I'm still deciding whether I should just actually keep the camera, sort of like a third-person view, whereas Kane turns the camera will turn with him type of thing. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Or should the camera still just be kept like a bit more free movement like this, or should I just keep it kind of locked behind them? There's one of our NPCs wandering about. That animation didn't play right. His LODs are all messed up. You have to be right on him. I'll have to fix his LODs. For all these guys, the LODs are a bit mixed up. Take her right on top of them to increase the range of that. Call up the tree there.
The necromancer had offered me no warning as to what my resurrection would entail, and yet I must confess in my haste I had not sought one. Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer.
Some cabbage over there. Cabbage done it directly well with the trees. I'll have to set them to a different kind of channel just so they don't go crazy wiggling around like that. Wait, the light spell. Let's pass that one. You started encountering some of the wolves. So it must increase their sight range a wee bit more. They should be able to see a wee bit farther than the average guy, the average human enemies. This section you need the wolf for, but I'm not too sure how much of the wolf cubes I have fully set up. We'll go in a little bit and see if it's set up properly at all. If not, I have to stop the recording. Section there. This will be when different areas. I wanted to expand on the wolf caves a wee bit, because I wanted to get the idea that these caves are actually, this whole section would have been part of the old, like in the original game, we had the old hidden city that was full of werewolves. I wanted to give the idea that that section and this section are actually, you know, part of the same location. We're just kind of like, you know, blocked off from each other over along the span of time. So this area became more isolated, and all that's how it's kind of gotten this way. Yeah, we might actually have to stop recording because I don't think I've set up the mechanic for opening that door yet. We'll actually encounter a few actual werewolves out here. Increase force set. Ooh, it's death mechanics. Death mechanic didn't sit well. Did I set this up at all? Set the switch, but it didn't set the door, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we can't get through here. That'll be it. Status screen here. Obviously, a lot of that stuff will be on the left-hand side. Will have to be tweaked up and changed. Obviously there's no levels or routes or anything, you know. A lot of this system is based on like the old Souls-like mechanics, so I'll have to tweak up a lot of it as I go along. Stamina would be a thing, it's not even showing all these current loads and stuff, and all that stuff isn't really, it's not really poignant to us, you know. I wanted to, later on I might change that, different things. I was thinking what I might do later on, you know, is add like the whole, the old ranking system that used to be in the original game, you know, the whole, based on the amount of kills you had, the secrets unlocked, all that kind of thing. Some of that stuff will probably go into that wee section there. It just kind of just shows you, know, everything you've got fully equipped. Your inventory will show obviously all the stuff you have in your inventory. Then you can just set your different things, you know. These will be your weapons. Here will be your three forms, basically. You could have like a wolf, disguise, noble, or anything in between. This is obviously just your armor. The other ones don't really matter. We haven't just removed them yet. Or the talismans, obviously they are the thing. You'll have your two spells here, then your items, your flays, your implodes, all that kind of thing. Got it blocked up like crazy. But yeah, I think unfortunately that'll have to be where I end the stream for the time being, because I haven't a lot of the stuff optimized for this. But as you can see, still a lot of work to be done. Still learning. Usually enemies are supposed to disappear for a certain amount of time. I'll have to look at that too. Some of these enemies are new things. I'm just recently started adding some of the actual some of the enemies and humans, the wolves, the werewolves and stuff. Trying to find the right kind of enemies to have in different areas. yeah, as you can see, it'll probably be a good time as any time to end that stream, the recording of that. A lot of errors coming up with optimizing issues. Because generally, let's see, do I have any of them? See, this one would just been the bridge we just had, you know, once you get through the supposed to be what you pull that switch, then this big door will open, it'll open into the next area. You have to pick up barrels and stuff for getting a couple more items. Crossing through this bridge. Ooh, very poor optimized in this section too. The video memory is extremely low. I don't know why it's that low. Why my numbers have gotten that high for this area. So if you want to do your dodge, you'll use your wolf jump there. Once you get the wolf form, it'll be sitting right there. You'll pick it up, you know, you'll do your jumps. A couple of you do go upstairs, you do explore, get a couple of other items around the place. We have a wee section through there. Through these doors. There's another large room. Head over there so you're teleporting to get out. Yeah, that whole section is. I may even have to change something like some of the models using for the materials. Don't seem very optimized for that area. Of course, you'll go into that'll be lead to the energy vault dungeon. That was a pretty small one. If through the passage, you'll go on to Nactome, Stitch and Crow, massive one, such and such. I haven't really set any of the enemies or NPCs in those sections yet anyway, so that just give you an idea of what you're looking at in terms of scale. Scale is gameplay and how certain things look, but it'll, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff still to be done, a lot of optimizing, some better lighting, changing of areas, and improvements to be done. But it's all still being worked, as you can see. But I'll just record. Oh, this has gone on for quite a bit now, like nearly an hour. So it's probably one of my longest videos in quite a long time. So we'll stop all this recording here now. So thanks all for watching. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll get something a bit up the show, a bit more refined in a later date that won't be quite as long as this one. Enjoy the rest of your evenings or days, whichever you are. Chat to you all again next time. Bye bye.